when they throw out the narrative, the ignorant narrative, talking about that's why he ain't got no money. No, he ain't got no money because he had crooked people around him. You got the record labels that were stealing from him because of the contract crap that he has done. Did not understand. Then you got these bogus lawsuits with all of these people coming out the woodwork coming at you. You know what I mean? All kind of unethical things that a lawyer practice. She should be disbarred.
Man,
She's
she should be
all,
locked up, man.
all her assets should be frozen and seized and frozen.
Hey, but we saw earlier today, some of these lawyers, depending on who you dealing with, you get a pass, buddy. Like if enough people hate somebody, you get a pass, man.
Eventually, you will get caught up to. You
All
see
right,
whatever now.
yeah, which article I'm looking for, Big Five?
It's called R. Kelly, the settlement. The name of it is R. Kelly, the settlement factor. Is the
Okay,
settlement factory. It's published by the New Yorker.
okay, Settlement Factory. Yeah, that was a play on the Chocolate Factory, huh?
Right.
Right.
Huh.
What up with
Hey.
a yellow boy?
Hmm.
Okay, give me a second. Settlement Factory that kept accusers quiet.
They kept the accusers quiet. Yeah.
And you see how they
Mm.
phrase that, and people
Yeah,
not
because
thinking. They're not
that's paint.
thinking.
That's paint.
Right.
You know, they still want to paint them guilty.
There you go. Now you mean to
That's
tell?
ain't nothing but
I,
paint.
I was replaying nephew's live he did earlier today, and I kept saying out loud. I was sitting in my bedroom. And I said, "You mean to tell me you don't have at least one decent person that still walk with morals and integrity, that's decent and that's a human, that's
Okay, it's up
principled,
now.
that can't be bought, that's around him. Nobody gonna go to the police and say anything. You mean to tell me you ain't nobody in the camp around? I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. You talk all this heinous stuff you say this man is capable of doing. He done did this, all of this, and you mean to tell me not one individual go to the police station, go to DCFS, go to the you come on. Use your thinking.
All right.
Ain't nobody going. I'm not going.
Hold on, give me 1 second, man. 1 second.
You feel me, bro?
Man, I'm with you when you're right, man. And I can't be with you when you're wrong. This shit is crazy. So basically what we're gonna do, we should be presenting. Hold on. 1 second. You gotta pin my shit on that, right? Is it on your screen, Vi? Because I can't see
Uh,
it.
no, I don't see anything. It's just us. It's just our three avatars up. That's
I,
all. And
I
that's the
think you might have to get. I think he just pulled it down from his old one. You tell my sister, she said, vote out the it is presenting because I see it on my side.
I don't see it on nephew.
Yeah, I see it on my side, like at the bottom, and it's saying it is sharing it.
No. Well, that's out of my league. So
And
out of
look,
my league.
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. Let me go ahead. See, I'm gonna have to stop and start it. Stuff be acting so damn crazy, man. Technology ain't shit.
Work. I said it earlier at work. I said work when it work and it don't when it don't.
You know what? And that's why I work mostly in the IT field because technology ain't shit.
Yeah.
It'll let you down, bro. It'll break you down, bro. Let me see. We present. Let me see. Share screen, and it should. I'll be selecting that. And let's see if we can do the entire. Nope, it ain't coming. It ain't sharing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm back. Yellow boy, yellow beezy.
Yeah,
What's up with it?
Share this, man.
Yellow Beezy, what's happening? What's happening?
Yellow
What's good?
Beezy, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Becoming one of the provoked thinkers.
What up, H.I.? You said
Hey,
it's not letting you share it?
Yeah, it ain't letting me share that shit. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm hitting share like a mine, and
blessings to
it's acting like this. It's acting like it want to, but you know,
Damn, I don't know what the hell.
I and I can literally see it at the bottom. I can see it at the bottom. You know, like I'm sharing it. It ain't you can't see it in the bottom of your screen, can you, Big Guy?
I
On
can't
your
see
phone.
it. Nah, I can't see nothing at the bottom of mine because of how because I'm on my cell phone.
Right.
Let me
Shit.
see. I thought you should be able to do that shit though.
Man, it's crazy as hell. I can't have no malfunctions. I'm planning on going live tonight.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? What time you plan on going live?
In less than an hour. I mean,
Yeah, because because
it's a lot.
I
It's
have
a
my
lot. It's a lot.
phone. You can if you want to, you can just take it on your
We can.
live and break it down.
Oh, most definitely, man. Like I said, we going. You know how Friday nights is a kind of a mixed bag. I try not to point it nowhere on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know, wherever it kind of go, it kind of go. It's kind of like our little Friday night thing. It may be. You know what's probably wrong. I see where I got to update that yellow dot to update my shit. So my computer might not
Yeah.
be letting me
But
share.
did you put the when you clicked on the live, and you click share in stream, did you do that?
You talking about in the upper right hand corner?
I think so. Cause you know
I
how I
mean,
was sharing it when I came on your page that day and I was able to share stuff.
yeah, because
I was able
it got my link on it. Hold on, it got a link like because like I said, I'd be honest, shit. I'm just learning this live shit anyway. So let me see.
yeah, cause you should be able to share. It should have gave you something like to go live, like
Yeah,
your
it said
live
you are
should start.
live. Like, no, I didn't do that, but it just said I'm live. It
So
says you are live. Let me go to let me see. Let me pull up StreamYard real quick. And without you, let's just pull it up. Let me see. This shit is just being monkey right now. It's monkey business in the game.
what up, Georgia
Give me.
girl? Yeah, man, we're gonna get a people. We're gonna get a people. The information one way or the other. I'm on my cell phone right now. I could pull the article up on the screen or whatever. I'm leading people to the article. All you got to do is Google R. Kelly the settlement factory that kept accusers quiet. Because all you got to do is put it in Google. You will see it on the New Yorker. And guess who the author is? Jim Derrick.
Mm-mm.
there we go.
He's the publisher.
Mm, mm, mm. Huh. No, he got some kickback on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I literally been sitting up here.
And she
uh,
shared that. She shared that in 2021. So why she couldn't testify again?
Huh. Hmm.
ain't no
You get
telling, ain't no telling, my nigga. These fools be clownish. That's what it is. Um, so and basically, like I said, when it comes to like the Susan Loggins situation, man, that's always been a trip out to me. Especially being from the Midwest and right up on it, and it's like, bro, so you mean to tell me, and you mean to tell a critical thinking, common sense guy like me that these females will flip through a phone book, flip, and all of them land, or just part it, just part it and open it up. Oh, Susan Loggins.
Yeah, but they say none of them know each other, but they all know the same lawyer. You got
huh.
to make that make sense.
Please,
I
please.
mean, they pop the same. They pop the phone, but I'm talking about no matter where they are in the country, no matter what's going on, man.
And you just said some real shit when you said she was doing the same shit that Michael Avenatti was doing.
It's the
Man,
same
I
Yep.
never
shit.
thought about that. I never thought about that until you just said that. I'm like, man, you know what? That's the same
Same
motherfucking play.
playbook. Same playbook. Same
Mhm.
playbook.
It's the same exact shit, man. It's crazy as hell. You know, so we gonna provoke talk it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
we, we gonna get up here tonight. We finna smoke this like a grape swisher sweet.
Shit, then we got Jeff up in here, man. God damn.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
You got to come see me, brother. Come
What's
see
going
God
me.
on,
damn.
brother?
Brother Crux is in the building, everybody. Brother Crux is in the
Man,
building.
you boy, where you at? So where you been, man?
What up,
What's the
community
word?
activist? What up, community activist? How you doing, my brother? How's the family?
Oh man, be blessed, man. How about yourselves? You know, pardon the
Man.
body. How do you
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Doing phenomenal.
Yeah,
got
what's going on? What's going on, Midwest baby? What's up? What's up?
what's up? What's up, Midwest? GA.
Yeah,
GI in
for
the
real.
building, my bad.
Straight up,
Yeah.
Midwest is definitely in the building, man. We always in this building, this motherfucker. For
Yeah,
real.
man. I see y'all chopping it up about Miss Logan's over here, man. You know, it's kind of ironic, like you
What you
said.
think about it? What you think about it? Read it again, Derek. Man,
Oh,
listen to
okay, let me
this
see.
shit, man.
Okay, so that lawsuit set a template for much of what followed during the next 2.5 decades. Two or more suits followed in 2001 and 2002 on behalf of two alleged victims in Chicago, both of whom claimed that Kelly had sexual contact with them when they were minors. Those cases were settled out of court. Subsequent cases were settled without publicly filed lawsuits. Loggins would inform Kelly's lawyers of her client's claims and then negotiate settlements between the two parties, keeping the charges out of civil court and also out of the news, buddy.
Mm.
Yeah. So, like, think about it. Michael Avenatti rolled up on Nike and told them, hey, I got all these people, trying to sue you, saying that you did X, Y, Z. We're going to do a press conference. It's going to be cut after cut after cut after cut. That's the same thing Susan Loggins was doing. But the thing about it is she didn't even have to holler at R. Kelly. Because truth be told, when they was negotiating, when Michael Avenatti was negotiating this with Nike, he wasn't in the room with no CEO, CFOs. He was in the room with some people that had some bread,
Right.
some skin in the game. But the thing about it is, you look at that, man. I'm sure that if R. Kelly had wanted to, he could have flipped it and she'd have been working for him for an excruciating fee, because that's what they want to do. They want, at the end of the day, they want money.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, because like I said, it was amazing to me. Every female flipped the phone book open, man, or looked up in the sky. Even when you had other people like Peter Francis Geraci and all these other fuckers, you run into Susan Loggins every time.
Yeah.
Everybody know. We know in Indianapolis, Peter Francis Geraci out here getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah, too in Shot Town too, on the north side.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
And she didn't even have the way she was hitting R. Kelly. She didn't even need no other clients.
Hey, let me point this out. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, brother Crux. I recall early on, nephew, by that in this particular saga, that Susan Loggins and Durham McDavid were colleagues.
They might have been an item.
Y'all recall that was in the paperwork. So, yeah, we discussed. I think Prima Donna. Shout out to our sister, Miss Prima Donna. I think she had pointed that out some time ago.
They went to school together.
Yes, sir, brother Crux.
Mm-hmm.
So
was it law school? Was it law school?
I don't know. I don't recall that. Don't get.
I don't think it was law school. Right. I think, but it was college though. They went to college together, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? Then you get somebody like Barry Hankinson. Then you get somebody like, you're gonna need, and Crux, you can probably elaborate and walk us through this. you're gonna need somebody in the streets that know their way around. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why they got chapter 7.
There you go. There you go. You get what I'm going, nephew. And
Oh
then
yeah.
you have to, brother Crutch. Now you're the brother Crutch. You got to have somebody in position that can tie all into this. That's a that's a political figure. That
Hmm.
that now you got LinkedIn, Jim DeRogreasy, and you got that whole thing right there. I hear the brother Crutch.
Oh yeah. So basically, what you describing is she was Daryl McDavid was the connect. You know what I'm saying? So she had an inside man to get her the information that she needed, and they, from allegedly, that's all she needed to talk to him because he was handling all the Kale's affairs. So
Mhm.
Well, it
you
go
got
back. You go
yeah.
back to the trial, right? Going back to the trial. Darren McDavid testified that after R. Kelly fired Barry and Demetrius, Barry Hankerson sent the message and told him that he was going to destroy R. Kelly's career.
Mhm.
Why did Barry not take that message serious?
Darren McDavid take it
Why
serious. Yeah,
why did why did Darren McDavid not
not
report that? Why did he not say nothing? Why did he just take it for face value? You know what I'm
that's a
saying? So
that's
now
mean.
you look at it this now. So now you got all these ex-employees mad. You got Barry mad. You got Demetrius mad. Now you got Sparkles who's pissed off because he done dropped her ass because she want to go work with other producers.
Right.
She mad. So if she get mad, well, first
They've been
Barry,
damaged. Yeah.
first was Demetrius, then Barry. Now you come back, Sparkle get mad, she leave. But when she leave, she the one who steal the tape. Bring it to Barry and to Barry and Demetrius.
All right, man. Let's slow down just a little bit on that sparkle shit, man. Because I'm feeling some ways like about I can kind of feel what happened with that situation. You know how I get news.
Yeah.
You know how I get.
Come on,
So
come on.
When Sparkle
Don't-
got
Rockland Records, man. R. Kelly's fresh vision, a vision so cold. Cameron was one of his artists.
Wow, wow.
Wow, I didn't even know Cameron
Little
was
do
on that.
people know that Cameron, Boo, and Gotti.
Mm.
All right. I read every album cover, everything. I make sure I know. Now you smashing this dude, Sparkle. I'm talking about you. You think you Diana Ross out this bitch because you smashing the owner and proprietor of your record label,
Mm.
right? Now you think because you hitting it, and most females, not all, but most, I think most females, maybe all think that they got the best coochie in the world.
Yeah.
And she like, I put that thing on him, so I'm gonna be able to go ahead and do my thing and get my style, and and so she was ended up dealing with on Michael Huff, when Leon, saying when Gambling Huff, his son. Okay, now he convinced her that I produce like my daddy. No, you don't.
Mm.
I write like my daddy. No, the hell you don't. And you should ask, Kales, can I produce your album or some songs on your album? You smashing both these niggas.
Mhm.
Okay? You come to
Plant-
Kales. Yeah, we
Plant-
all know Kales is absolutely 1000% territorial.
Mhm.
Okay? You can call it what you want to call it. That ain't no monstrous behavior. People are territorial about their shit.
Right.
As you should
And
be.
if he
Sure.
asked you whose was it, and you said it's his, and in his mind he thought it was his, so whatever the hell you was doing, you need to get your mind right. Now you was already upset per Sharon Wimbush because you found out the nigga was married while your album was on the charts, and the only thing that was charting was the song that had R. Kelly on it. Please believe me. Tell me another Sparkle song if you can.
Uh,
Right.
Do 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 do. I know a few.
Hey, hold on, D. check this out. I'm just gonna drop this nugget in there. When
Okay.
they did, and I'm gonna get up out of there and let you continue. But when they did Surviving R. Kelly, she tried to revamp her career. Remember, she tried to drop a
Absolutely.
single
Tried
around
to
that
drop a
time.
single and another
Try to
flop.
drop a single.
So you bring your goofy ass to this man. He probably done cussed. He probably insulted your ass. Because I feel like that he might have. You ain't really that talented, man. You know what I'm saying? Sparkle, if you was that talented, you would have had more albums, more hits than that. He didn't stop your career. You stopped your career because you signed with Motown and you decided you wanted Michael Huff to produce your music. Now that's a problem because Michael Huff is from Philadelphia. Motown is from Detroit. Totally different thing. Oil and water don't mix. You should have went down there and got somebody from Motown if that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. And that's what R. Kelly understood. You think he don't listen to other producers?
Right.
You think he don't know who the fuck Michael Huff is?
Right.
And ain't listen to his shit? He ain't his daddy. You're not Leon Huff, bro.
Mm.
Sorry. So she got shitty because whatever happened in the conversation that he told her, no, I'm not finna do that. He ain't no nigga. What is you doing?
It don't work like
Ain't no nigga coming in here in my show. I'm the show and the after party.
right. I mean, the resume was established and
See,
grown.
Kel say he don't need help. He is the help.
I
Right.
mean, shit. He was like, if it worked before, and he explained it in the interview. If it worked before, why would we change the formula? When you have a hit formula, you don't just go and change the damn formula, stupid.
No, keep building on that.
He jumped you off where he jumped you off, and he was going to take you to another level. You didn't want to
Right.
go there. He was like, all right, go KO. You can be out of your contract with Rockland Records. My shit that you thought was going to be our shit. Go over there and see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you went over there and did shit happen.
She stole the tape.
So you get mad, and you reach out to one of your little friends, probably somebody else you was smashing, the dude from the song "Work It Like a Real Freak." I ain't never heard from that nigga again. What was his name? What the fuck was his dumbass name? Never heard from him.
General or something like that.
Yeah, I ain't never heard from that nigga again.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that he also had something to do with the tapes and all that old.
Yeah, he the one that went in there while they was playing ball. It took the tape. Took the bag.
Courtney Love? What's up, Courtney Love? And yeah, but regardless.
Right. So she fucks around. I feel like that he didn't know out the blue who fuck Sparkle was. Sparkle went to him. Sparkle came to him with a motherfucking tape. She didn't drop that shit off in no motherfucking mailbox. She walked right up to him, handed it to him, and shit.
I agree.
And said, "That's my niece. That's my niece." He might have fucking believed it.
It is never going to make any sense that this nigga just put a tape in the tape player and called this motherfucker Sparkle. I mean, you know how many people walk in the face of the fucking earth? I would have, man. You need to give me some lottery numbers if you can guess that good.
Right.
That shit's so damn crazy because when you really, really think about it and you really bring that shit all the way home, man, Sparkle, the reason why they can't say where the tape came from, nobody dropped that motherfucker nowhere.
No.
She handed it to him.
That's why he said, Derek, you gotta listen at the context of his plea. He said, I don't want to give up my anonymous source. How can you give up something you don't know? You gotta listen to what he say.
Yeah.
I don't want to give up my anonymous source. How the fuck you know who it is if it's anonymous, man?
Absolutely. It's anonymous because you made it anonymous, my man.
You gotta
Hey, stop yelling. They can't hear you, bro.
But shit like that come across people like us.
Yeah, it's disingenuous as fuck. You got fired up, but you was peaking. I had to get you together on that. You know, like you peaking.
Right, but see, all of this is what they call the real enterprise right here. The people
Yeah.
that the people that were conspiring and doing all this backdoor activity. That's the criminal enterprise. Those the people that deserve to get RICO charges. You know what I'm saying? They behind the scenes playing, you know what I'm saying, pin a tail on the donkey with a tape, with all these different tapes, and they doing all the coercion and persuasion and all this stuff they accuse and enticement to try to get these tapes back and all of that. You know, Kels ain't really had nothing to do with none of that. That's why, you know, they couldn't even pin that. And then to come to find out, the dude Keith Morrow even said it in the court documents that it wasn't no child pornography to begin with. It was his
Right.
wife on the tape. So he didn't want to put her out there. So once you learn that, yeah, go ahead, my bad.
Now the thing about it is, like I said, just bringing it on to the crib with Sparkle and all that bullshit that happened with the tape, man. She got pissed. She was pissed. Woman scorned.
Mm-hmm.
Woman scorned because she thought that she was finna be the CEO, the wife of Rockland. Come to find out, the nigga been hiding the marriage, not just from you, but from the world. You find out Pershing and Wimbush go upstairs and shit and looking around and all this goofball shit, trying to figure shit out. You got mad. You left. Got a new producer. Album flopped. It hopped like a fucking fish, and you got shitty. And when you asked to come back to Rockland Records, your ass got rejected because you want it back.
Shitty booty ass. Because
you got to think about it. You think about it real careful. Her album came out in 1997. She was due to have her next album came out when 99. That album went motherfucking Wood.
And how ironically that was around the time that the tape came out.
Yeah, that motherfucker went motherfucking straight up furball. That's a
man.
Her shit went cotton. God damn. Oh, you didn't sell shit. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man, that's insane.
That album was terrible, bro. That album, I listened to it again. I'm like, holy shit, what a fall. Yeah. What a fall. I'm like, in quality.
How do you go from doing number one records with the king of R&B
to Michael Huff?
To Michael Huff. That's insane, man. Like and one thing I could tell you from experience with this industry, and I know Provoke, you know what I'm saying? Once somebody get mad at you in this music shit, it's on for life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can forget about it. They're gonna be mad forever.
I'm telling you, they're gonna make
you about Tommy Mottola.
Yeah, he's the devil. Tommy Mottola ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you, help. He hollered for help there.
But think about it. How humbling is that? Like, she had to be humble to know that you went from sky high to under the ground. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't even an underground artist at that point.
I mean, look, Shorty, Sparkle was not a singer, bro. That chick wasn't singing shit, man. She's terrible, bro. She's background material at best, and I'm talking about way in the background. And you got to take a mic from her. I don't even want to hear you.
Man,
you stand your goofy. You stand your goofy ass back there next to Azriel.
Man, don't
we had to take her mic too.
Yeah. So she had more than one reason to be mad with Kels. He done took the pipe away. He done took the career away. But she did it to herself. But it wasn't no doubling back. He was like, nah, stay over there with that. You know what I'm saying? So you done took the pipe away, the money, the career, the fame, all that lifestyle that you done got accustomed to is gone now. Hell yeah, she got more than enough motive to frame that man up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, bro. A woman could
Say
love
it.
you, love you, love you, love you, and watch you burn, burn, burn.
Imagine how much money he took when he cut Barry off. Imagine how much
Look,
money Barry lost, man, when Kels cut him off.
Man.
TP2.com, TP2.com hit the radio, it hit the scene number one.
Let me
Numero uno. And
let me
stayed
let,
there
let me
for a
say
minute.
something. Let me say something. And in respect for my nephew's platform, I want people to really hear this and understand this. I understand, articulate what Derek just said, everything, but I want to bring some content in. Brother Crump, walk with me. There are men and women. Let me pause right there and let that breathe. I'm gonna refer back to Plies once again. I'm gonna keep on doing it till somebody really get it. Plies' first album, The Real Testament. One of the songs in there, Plies talks about he addressing, or as though he talking to dudes in the street that's in their life, hustlers, just people on their grind, da 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 da. You know what I mean? I extracted
Right.
from wherever in life trying to get, you know what I mean, be on that journey, trying to get their thing happening. You know what I mean? He said that if a nigga's heart is not right, let that breathe. Just give me this moment, please. If listen, go into your psyche and really hear what Uncle Muse is saying. Let me
I'm with
rephrase
you,
that.
bro. Come
Let
on.
me rephrase that. I want to teach just for a second. I
Come
yield back
on.
and y'all can have the platform.
Come on, Muse.
If a,
Get it to me.
if a human being, whether it's a man or a woman, I don't care what your ethnicity is, if within your soul is dark and you have given your choice of free will over to darkness and bad and evil intent, ain't no telling what you would do when you get access to things that can really destroy a person's life. Ain't no sense of moral compass, ain't no nothing into you. It's like trying to sit down and reason with Satan himself.
Mm.
You are beyond the point of no return. When a person has decided that they want to give into that temptation of festering and growing that hatred and that bitterness, that hurt, that pain like that. And now you give them access to a platform to media who believes all without any proof and truth. That's a doggone terrorist. That's a dangerous human being walking this planet. Can you imagine the type of individual this man had to sit around and unfold this and try to extract people out of his life, and people feel some type of way because you just took my lick from me? Now I hate you even more. I want you dead. That's what the system, I want you to understand the intensity of what this man was dealing with. So if I got a certain lifestyle as a gigolo or a playboy, rock and roll star, that's what it is. I'm not manipulating you. I'm not trying to do no underhanded stuff. You all know about each other. This how I get out. This how we're gonna do this. This is what this comes with. This how I do this. You have a right. You have a choice to move, groove with me, help me come together and build the empire that I'm on, or you can decide that I gracefully, respectfully bow out.
Right, right,
But when
right.
it don't go your way because you're trying to move in and maneuver and plant yourself to be the number one stunner, when I have to push you to the side and say, no, this is not that. How dare you try to flip that and make that criminal?
Mm.
Mm.
That's what we're looking at. This Uncle Muse, and I yield back.
Man, I love how you really took the time to describe exactly the mindset and the intent and the way that someone in that mold thinks. Like
Hmm.
I, you know what I'm saying? For people to get a clear understanding, the level of animosity that someone can have for another individual that would make them do things that will be devilish, that would be with beyond any type of moral compass.
But you you got to understand too, and I'm gonna jump in, I'm jump out. When it's money involved as well, when it's a lifestyle involved as well, when you got to go from sugar to shit to sugar to shit.
Thank you.
And you know, and he gave you the sugar and he took it away. Now you back at shit. Now you mad at him. Now go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So, and it's totally indicative to things that I've experienced recently. You know, I have people that I rock with just within the level that I'm at, where they got mad because we did a business move with where we at with our podcast now. People done block me because they don't like that individual. They did business with them before and it went sour. So so you really can't really be cool with me if it takes something that small for you to disassociate yourself with me. So, and this ain't no money involved. This just ego. It's pride. It's people that, you know, sneak dissing on social media. You know, it's things of that nature. And then, but if you, like Derek just said, and Muse said, you get to a level where it's hatred. Some people, somebody will try to kill you, man.
Yep. Boosie Bass said himself, hypnotized with hatred. One of the coldest quotes he ever made out of his forehead.
Hey, a nigga ain't never robbed you because of what somebody else got.
You better walk with us, D, on that. Walk with us, DJ, on that.
Yeah.
Just set the man, set the lab on fire.
A nigga ain't never robbed you because of somebody else, what somebody else got. That's
jealousy is a deadly thing. When someone is jealous,
let me say this real fast. The planet Earth. Well, let me pause for a minute because I don't want to assume. I don't want to go on no assumption. All the individuals, regardless of where your relationship is, if you believe in the holy, divine, biblical teaching in the scriptures, I'm gonna let that breathe and let it speak for itself.
Yes.
The reason planet Earth is plagued with the sin of this planet Earth is because of a created being, just like humanity has the free will and power of choice to decide to stay in harmony with God, leading in government or not. Planet Earth is on the way it is because of jealousy from one angel. Look what that caused. It caused the Son of God to have to leave heaven to come down to planet Earth to reconcile what was done by this particular influence of this angel. So much so that the only scriptures only give us an estimate 10,000 upon 10,000 upon 1,000 upon 10,000 of angels. You can't even comprehend that. You talking about that he swayed it. He swayed it. The theologian says half of the angels. But when the fight broke out, a percentage of them was able to make a choice and go back. The rest remained with Lucifer, now Satan. So some people say, well, then Uncle Muse, I hear everything you said then. That don't make sense, Uncle Muse. Well, if God who you say he is, then why did he just stop that? You got to understand the reason why we got all this stuff, the reason why Kale's moved strategically the way he do, why he ain't talking, why he ain't said nothing. You got to be careful when you're dealing with an enemy. Don't never underestimate your opponent. You got to understand what power of choice and free will is. If I destroy him, then all of these allegations that he has been spreading will look in everyone else's eye, meaning the angelic host, then what he said was true then. You're not a fair and just God. You do want people justice, which was inaccurate. So when Christ came and lived the life to reconcile, bring us back to fellowship with God, and now we have faith in Jesus, those who subscribe to that, then there's the hope. He showed the love. It said, for God so loved. You ever had a loved one? You ever had a parent? You ever had someone had a child that died and they went to the casket to view their child, regardless of what the age was? And you hear a mother from the bottom of her bowels say, we love you so.
Mm.
We love you so. The agony in that mother's heart for her
Mm-hmm.
child. That's how much God so loved this earth. But because of the power of choice and the free will that all humanity has, there's consequences for your decision that you make.
Absolutely.
I promise you that. And
And
if it
people
ain't,
don't know the weight of that. They make people making choices. They don't understand them because they in hurt and they in pain, they in bitterness, they in jealousy, unforgiveness. They don't want to put the work in themselves. They don't want to go through, Brother Crux, the process that's necessary to develop, to hone in their skills. They just want to skip the steps. They
they
want to
want a
plug
free
in.
ride.
You know what I'm saying?
Free ride,
Yeah.
You
man.
feel
Free
me?
ride.
And picture this. You couple that with what we just touching on as far as with an enemy, and your enemy links up with other enemies of yours, and then
There you
they link up with others and others. Now you have an ecosystem of
there you
people that are conspiring against you.
there you
Ooh.
go.
Right. And
That's
what
when
do
the
that
slander.
ecosystem? What
Go ahead.
did what did that ecosystem look like? We talk about Mr. Kelly. We talking about ex-employees.
Yep.
We talking about employees that are still employed. You got
Mhm.
Susan. You got Jim DeRogatis. You got Chicago prosecutors. You got this man had an army of people out to get him. And to see him walk free, those people sat there, it made him look like a damn fool.
Mhm.
So they
Hmm.
sat back, like I was telling someone the other day. I
Yep.
said, ask yourself, in 2002, they said
Okay.
if Mr. Kelly, if he's found guilty of all the charges that they're charging him with,
Right.
he could serve up to 51 years in prison.
Go ahead, nephew. I'm right with you.
Fast forward, fast forward to
Mm.
2022. Mr.
Yep.
Kelly is sentenced to 30 years in New
Huh?
York
Yes,
federal
sir.
Hmm.
court. We go
Yes,
to
sir.
2003. Mr. Kelly is sentenced to 20 years with an additional 1 year added. We know the 20
51
years is ran concurrent with the 30, but if you add the amount of time that the man received, he
Mhm.
received 30 plus 20 plus 1,
Look.
where
Mhm.
equals 51. So how
Yep.
in
51 years.
2002 they say he could get 51 years in 2002, then fast forward 2023, the man end up with 51 years anyway.
You tell them
Hmm.
they were fighting from back then to now. They had all
Right.
that time.
We talking about conspiring now, but we got
Yep.
Miss Carla on the panel. And I
Hey
told Miss Carla,
everybody, how you guys doing? I'm
I
just listening to you guys.
I told you I was gonna
How you
bring the
doing?
article for you. I'm gonna have my boy Derek read this uh
Okay,
part of the article that I was telling
okay,
you about the lawyer who was suing R. Kelly back in the early 2000s. So I'm gonna yield back.
okay. I'm listening.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Since I'm on deck right now. I'm on assignment. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How
For
are
real. Let
you?
me see. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool, and I ain't up to nothing. Let me see. That lawsuit set the template for much of what followed during the next 2.5 decades. This is the same thing, right? We're reading, right?
Right.
Right. The
Okay.
same thing
That
we read.
lawsuit set the template for the next two and a for the following. Well, that lawsuit set the template for much of the following during the next 2.5 decades. Two or more suits followed in 2001 and 2002 on behalf of two alleged victims in Chicago, both of whom claimed that Kelly had sexual contact with them when they were minors. Those cases were also settled out of court. Subsequent cases settled without a publicly filed lawsuit. Loggins would inform Kelly's lawyers of the client's claims and then negotiate a settlement between the two parties, keeping these charges out of civil court and also out of the news, which was the most important thing at the time. Because if they got in the news, guess what? They couldn't make no more money.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Miss Carla.
Yeah.
Now these are
I'm
young.
here.
These are young women coming to this lawyer saying that they were sexually assaulted by R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
This lawyer said,
Correct.
fuck filing the paperwork. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
call his attorney and we're going to negotiate a settlement and boom, that's it.
Before Carla responds, I would like to add and then she could respond. Um, isn't it? It is more of a question. Isn't it a duty or some type of ethical thing when an attorney learns of a crime that they are supposed to report it, being an officer of the court?
So no, because the attorney is not looked at. Now I know why you got me up here about. The attorney is not looked at as an officer of the court in the same way in which like a police officer might be an officer. Attorney has their attorney-client privilege overrides them needing to be a mandated reporter.
Gotcha.
So attorneys don't fall in the line of being a mandated reporter when they are in the capacity of being an attorney, because the attorney-client privilege is their protection. However, and I stated this earlier, and I'm stating it now, and I'm gonna continue to hold this line. It shows you how important children are to this country, because it should be no ethical way that it was possible for her to continue to to litigate this in a civil way, and there not be any criminal charges pursued. It shows you that this country does not care about children.
It's shitty. It's shitty. It's
And
really shitty.
and it shows you that they are only using these children, quote unquote children, as a scapegoat, because when they want to go after someone. Because if children were the priority, we wouldn't live in a society where the attorney-client privilege would allow her to do something like this and she not be able to be prosecuted. She is protected by that. And nothing went past that. She was able to litigate all of this out of court. The quote unquote children weren't the priority. It it just shows you the smoke screen. It removes the smoke screen, in my opinion.
Well,
Okay.
But what you think about this, Carla? So
brother,
she say, so one of the people in the office that work for her, they questioned her because they was like, hey, why are we settling these? If these are crimes, why are we settling for the first number the first number they threw out at R. Kelly's attorney, they just settled. So one of her workers was like, why are we settling if there's a crime being committed when we can get more? She pretty much like, we don't want to push the needle.
Right. Because
Yeah,
they
because
didn't want it.
they didn't want him to notice.
They
If
didn't.
they pushed the needle,
I'm sorry.
they didn't want him
Go
to
ahead.
notice. Also, they didn't want for the media to notice. Like I said, when you got a scheme like that, it got to fly under the radar. When you read that, it tells you exactly what they didn't want the media exposure. She reached out to them and to talk to them to keep it out of civil court. That was probably one of her main proposals. That's where the extortion comes in.
Well, it was advantageous for her to do it that way too, because she's getting
Yes.
paid off of multiple women.
Yes.
She don't care how much they was getting in the end. Like they was satisfied with the little pocket change. She's making something off of each one of them. So that's what I mean. There was no one
They never
valuing.
gave a damn about a victim, a
Right,
girl,
the
a
law
child
didn't give a
victim.
damn about the law being broken.
No,
Like
I mean, but
if
the thing
the
about it is, it's a certain way that things are even supposed to be done. Now, if somebody confesses to a lawyer about a crime, you need to go get a fucking officer. I don't give a damn if you are a lawyer. You don't go and try to make money. And that's
I
what she
agree with
did. If somebody reported to you, hey, this happened to a kid, shit, oh damn, let me go. We need to call the cops, and you need to make a police report instead of saying,
well
oh, we need to call the
I
lawyers and see
agree
what's going on.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. That was my whole premise. However, this country legally has made what she did acceptable. That she is protected to not do that.
Right,
So
but you can
it's
get more money though, right? If you can prove that a crime happened, now you gonna settle for $100,000. When if you can take this person to court, you can get millions of dollars.
Right.
and you could stop the behavior if the behavior is happening. You can stop the behavior. If you file a criminal suit and then come civil, you can stop the behavior.
It's almost like
So,
Susan Loggins wanted more victims, man.
right.
For
I
all we
want
know,
that's
Susan Loggins
my
might have been pimping them girls.
my question
She may have
becomes
been pimping.
that's what becomes my question. My question becomes, let's forget all the legal jargon. When does this ethically become an issue for all of these people involved that are claiming that they care so much about the system? These are people who were meant to serve and protect. They have licenses, all types of things. Why aren't they being held to a standard? Why was all of that washed away, forgiven, not addressed? That's
Exactly.
that's my whole base for why there is some type. I hate to say it like this, but there was a RICO to get R. Kelly.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
But
They,
what you think about when they say, he did this? Now you looking at what we reading in this article. Now, don't you think if this man was truly committing crimes, it wasn't by him committing the crimes he got away with it for so long. It was the actions of the people who the crimes were being reported to that caused him to get away with it for so long.
Absolutely.
Because if you wanted to stop what was going on, you could have brought this into the. But we gotta also go back to this, Miss Carla, and I mean, this is why I'm telling you why they would not, uh, why they stopped filing these lawsuits publicly. This is a lawsuit. This is the first lady that went to Susan Loggins to sue R. Kelly. Tiffany
Hmm.
Hawkins. He
oh
Right.
crap,
counter
you playing
sued her
Castle.
ass. He sued her back. And he contested the paternity of her child that she claimed that she had a child for him.
Hmm.
He took her ass to court and he
Hmm.
sued her. She ended up dropping her lawsuit and everything.
Hmm.
Right.
Man.
And one of the things that we should note that's noteworthy here, as it pertains to these lawsuits in the beginning, how they were being reported, well, it was very, very irresponsible because how can a child sign an NDA? How can a child under the age of 18 that, people weren't thinking about back then, but they were just running with the narrative in the media and by word of mouth that had this man with all of these rumors. Such to the extent that when you fast forward to 2008 with a Jeronna Pace standing outside of the courtroom, they got people thinking that he just was standing outside and saw a little girl with pigtails like, you come here. But when in fact she was there with with a fake ID,
Yeah,
you
sitting
know,
inside
it,
the courtroom when you're supposed to be in
Oh
the
my God, I mean,
you have to
that's
be able
that's another situation, man.
what you
you
saying,
have a
nephew?
sign on the door.
No,
You have a sign on the door that says 18 and over. to enter this courtroom. And she's sitting in this courtroom every day when you go.
Right.
But I supposed to know if this is a minor or not.
She was signed, sealed, delivered, and sent to that courtroom by Jim Derogatis. I don't care who, believe me or not, she had to be. Where in the hell did a teenager get enough money to run back and forth to a court, eat lunch, and all of that shit for months?
I agree 100%.
She was hired.
I agree.
How was she in it? How was she in all of these still by herself, looking off in the fucking distance ass pictures, posing and shit?
There you go. Bingo, provoke. Bingo.
Then you see her with Deborah Greasy later on in the flick. You see her with Deborah Greasy all posted up.
They literally had her clutching R. Kelly a paper, sometimes clutching that motherfucker.
Right.
You think that wasn't planned?
And what was Derogatis? He's a music critic, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, did he?
What was his motive?
What did he want to do? Some music? And I'm saying that in the reference to what I said earlier, what I broke down. The intent of the heart. Yeah, it ain't just women. It's not just women. It is more so men that have a mesmerizing deep hatred because I couldn't come up off this man to retire for the rest of my life. How dare him not let me get a lick off him? That's what I want people to be able to see. And look, I got influence. I've been in Chicago for a minute. I know the movers and shakers. I'm connected with political individuals. I got influence. I'm a journalist, all of that. Yeah. He ain't let me get that break. I'm going to do that song. And I'm going to prove it to you, and I'm going to yield back on this point. He was on some particular interview, and he was talking about R. Kelly brought his name up in the song. It was almost looking at a kid in a toy store. His reaction, his whole body language changed. He was so ecstatic just to utter the words he said. A lot of people probably missed that and missed what I just said.
He mentioned me.
There you go. There you go, Prophet.
Oh, that's all I ever wanted was for him to acknowledge me. You zero guys, punk.
That's some crazy, eerie type stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. Shit's crazy.
That's crazy for a grown man to react like that. Let alone women that was whatever their gender was, things didn't go the way you had calculated and planned, so you misuse that's supposed to be in place for individuals that receive mistreatment. Now, those who do, it seems like now, the ones who I really need help and need the attention, they can't get it because of y'all foolery.
But anyhow, it's I would say that however you want to put it, and you put it so fluently, but these people had been running a Ponzi scheme, extortion situation for years. It's no different, and it's no different than Michael Avenatti, man.
Yep.
This is Gloria Allred's playbook.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, we can literally predict everything and know everything that's gonna happen. Man. It's crazy. It is crazy, and when it comes to R. Kelly, man, it just makes me feel so bad to know that Tiffany Hawkins with her fugly man can sit here and tell these lies and be able to get a national platform in
Hey,
order.
bro, check
What's
this
up?
shit out, right? I heard another blogger. It just be so ridiculous, the stories, right? I heard another blogger. I'm not gonna say no names, but he got a
Right.
pretty huge platform. But
Right.
it reverts back to the irresponsibility and just bearing false witness on somebody. This man said he from Chicago. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. And he
Okay.
saw Tiffany Hawkins because he grew up in the neighborhood. He was a little older than her, but they stayed on the same block. And he knew about the situation with her and Kels. And he remembered she was like 14, and Kels sent the limo for her, and she got in the limo at midnight at 14 and went to Kels' studio.
Man,
Now
let's
hold on.
stop. Ain't no 14-year-olds dipping from their mama house unless the mama a damn crackhead.
And if you older than her by some years, you were old enough to know that was not right. If you saw something like that, why didn't you say anything about it?
Well, hey, look, the limo had R. Kelly on the side.
Well, how you
Right.
know it was? Oh, she told me R. Kelly was sending a limo for me to go to the studio. A limo picking up a 14, 15-year-old child at midnight.
Hey,
Come
that's like
on.
the limo went picked up old girl, took her to the airport. She gave him a password.
Man,
It's
look.
like
Man, like you say,
you
man, we just question some of the shit that we hear, man. We not here
Uh,
saying that this man ain't never done nothing ever in his life.
But
But
exactly.
you got to cut the deck. You have to cut the deck in order to play a proper game or any card game. You got to cut the deck, or else it's not fair.
Right.
man, hey
Uh,
Carla, motherfucker send you at 14 years old, 15, 16, somebody send a limousine to pick you up from your mama house, take you to the airport, you give them a goddamn passcode, and you
Mhm.
fly, and you go all the way out of town, go to a hotel, the man come in the room and don't even do nothing with you, leave out the room, you fly back home. Like, I mean, I'm not finna fly no woman cross country just to walk in the room and look at her and walk back out.
Nah, for what?
I mean,
Okay.
some of the allegations do sound somewhat ridiculous because it's like, why would somebody do that? It's plenty of women in the location. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why would you do it that way? You know, it does. I mean, some of the allegations, like I said, just is so far fetched. Um, but at any rate, like you said, like I just know that where to dismiss all of the people along the way who um supposedly knew all of this was going on, and they suffered no consequence. You're not
Right.
the It's not sending a hard line to say that you care about these kids that just supposedly happened to you. You're just not. And so it becomes, then, like I said, it becomes a witch hunt at that point. You have a witch hunt out for this particular person because you want to string him up as an example. It's to
Right.
me, it's just similar to
exactly.
them taking the ear, them removing the phallus, or them leaving the carcass on the tree.
Right. Right.
That's just what it looks like to me.
Right. Use them as a poster child.
Right.
For,
Because
for your citizen.
if people got to be responsible, then all of society should be responsible for the role in which they played. And like I said, at one point, the lawyer was protected. She is protected under the law by attorney-client privilege. But at what point does the alleged violation of these girls pass a point where you're no longer saying, I'm going to take them in for a settlement, and then you say something needs to be done about this abhorrent behavior?
Right.
Right.
100% correct.
The
Because
level of
that
accountability in today's society, like, and I hate to say it, but the believe all women narrative, it removes responsibility from women, because everybody can lie. Everybody's capable of telling a lie or being distruthful or withholding some information from somebody else. So I think that is actually a slap in the face to all women when you say something like that, because if you think about it, to empower somebody is to give them full accountability of their own actions. And then what we see too far often in these situations is people are not being held accountable. And 9 times out of 10, in a situation like this with a celebrity, they're not the
Mm-hmm.
one that's seeking anybody else. They have to push people away. So when did the predator become the prey and vice versa? You know what I'm saying?
Boy, man, so you over here cruxing it up
Hey, let me
again.
see. Hey, y'all. Everybody that's on here, I got a message right quick for everybody that's on the panel right now, and everybody that's in the chat. Derek, hold on right quick. Provoke Thoughts have his live going right now. His live is actually going right now. So what we gonna do is, and I want to say thanks to everybody who sent the prayers up for my dad. He finished his last day of dialysis by the grace of God. He was supposed to be done in April, but he got himself back to health quicker than expected. He don't have to do dialysis no more. That's a blessing. But we
Amen.
still
God's
we
good,
still
man.
doing
God's
the
good.
chemo. He still got to do chemo for about another month. But as far as the dialysis go, he's done with that. So I'm about to go in here and shave my dad up and stuff, make him look good. And everybody, we're gonna head over to Derek's so he can read this full article from the settlement factory for you all to understand some of the context of what this lady was doing with these finances that she was getting off of these settlements. So I'm encouraging everybody to head over to Provoke Thoughts. He's live right now, playing this live that we're on. So we just gonna jump over there and keep the conversation going. Miss Carla, I really, really appreciate you for
No
coming up.
problem. No
You
problem.
Yeah,
will
absolutely.
come in you'll come on any panel and hold your own. That's why I
Oh,
have
thank you,
nothing
Rod.
I have nothing but
You know
Listen,
I
respect.
like it over here with
Tell
you.
JoJo we need ass on the panel because I need to hear from him. It's been a minute, but we're gonna go over to Provoke Thoughts and we're gonna keep this conversation going. And I'm gonna try to give
Okay.
him as much information he needs with the information that he already has. And what we always do, we're not out here saying that this man is a saint. He never done nothing. But we just questioning the damn shit that we've heard, just trying to make it make sense. And I mean, and I know how it is. If you don't like nobody, you don't give a damn what kind of rumor you hear about them. You just gonna believe it,
Well, and also like you don't care how you get them.
and you don't care how you get them exactly.
Like and I think for me that's the most important thing is that I think that it should be something ethical about the way that you get them, and not just coming and getting them any kind of way because you can. I don't think that that's proper administration of the law. It's just not. That's my opinion. I know the law says you can do it, but is this what really took place? Is this? Are you really? Do you really believe that this is what really happened?
But the
No,
thing
it
is,
was just a
Carla,
way for them to get, like the law does a lot of the time, especially with this RICO law historically. It's a way for them
what
to get men of color and keep them in that system for as long as they can.
what is the biggest thing going on right now in America with the prison system? It's so many cases being overturned each
Hmm.
every day. Just as many people are locking up as people who've been released from prison who have done 20, 30, 40, 50 years who were innocent. But just because people had a bone to pick with these folks, they made these people sit in prison for all these years knowing they were innocent. But we're going to keep the conversation going on Provoked Thoughts. So I'm finna get ready to exit out of here and head over there to Provoke Thoughts, and he gonna discuss the whole article that she published and just expound upon it, and and everybody can get a different takes and point of views, and that was make these conversations so good because you have so many different people who think differently, but we all in here trying to come to a common understanding.
Absolutely. Great live. I'll be over there, D, if he still on the
I'll be
panel.
over there listening.
Yeah, he online right now. His live already going.
Oh, okay then. Well, peace and
All
blessings,
right.
everybody. We'll see you over there.
All right.
Yeah,
Man,
blessings
great.
to your dad, Vi. I'm still praying for y'all for him having swift recovery and to keep going on an upward trajectory.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right.
See y'all over on Derek's.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.